Hi, I'm Rachel from Sweetthorn. Welcome to my latest embroidery update. My embroidery projects have been shifting around this year. Last year I was focusing on learning new embroidery styles. This year my projects have been a bit more random, depending on what sparks my imagination. Some of my earlier projects have been quite elaborate, like my blackwork sampler. My most recent project was a lot more simple. I had an idea about stitching bird tracks in the snow, and tried out a couple of versions using simple stitches. My current project looks like it's going to be a combination of simple ideas and more ambitious ones. My starting point is the theme of blue and white china. I'm using these broken fragments as a jumping off point. I'm not sure if I'll end up trying to replicate china fragments like a stitched mosaic, but I like the idea of exploring blue and white designs. As I said, I've got some simple thoughts and some more ambitious ones, so I need to take a bit of time to explore the simple ideas. I find it easy to start ambitious projects, but I lose my grip on them. Broken pieces of china also make me think about kintsugi, the Japanese craft of repairing broken ceramics with gold. Although I'm very interested in goldwork embroidery, I haven't done a lot of stitching with metallic threads yet, so I'm looking forward to trying it out on some china designs. I've already made my first few experiments with colour and design. I started by choosing my favourite blues from the threads I already have. This is a quick mark making exercise to see how the different blues looked on the white linen, with or without the gold thread. I did film myself stitching the squares, but the focus was off. I'm going to try and keep my designs small so that I can try out a variety of ideas. That might be a bit optimistic because embroidery isn't quick, even when the design is only a few inches in size. It's also a bit fatal to announce my plans, because it's so easy for things to change once I make a start. But I'm going to try out the ideas I have at the moment and see how things go from there. I then added gold thread to see how the contrast works. At the moment, I prefer the effect of darker and medium blue threads. They stand out well on the white linen, and the gold thread looks more effective sparkling next to darker colours. I'm already thinking about how I would use silver thread as well, but I need to slow down a bit and work through my ideas more thoroughly. It's easy to have lots of ideas about what might look good, but I can't develop my thoughts if I don't experiment and find out what actually works. I'm starting my design experiments with my favourite shades, dark, medium and bright blue. I'm using these sketches to work out ideas for kintsugi embroidery designs. I've sketched out a thick gold repair and two with more delicate lines. As you can see, I'm just using a very rough sort of satin stitch to get an idea of the blocks of blue colour on fragments of china. I'm going to stitch all the blue details on each fragment first, then fill in the gold repairs. I expect I'll like the delicate lines of gold best, which is why I have sketched two versions, but I need to see what a thicker design will look like as well. They each have their own unique style, so I might end up using both effects in different pieces. This is how far I've got for now. I've got some favourite blues already, and I've made a start on the design studies. I need to finish the sketches and start working on the ideas that have been developing. The even weave linen has made me think about the blackwork designs I've done before. I'd like to try some of those patterns in blue or white thread. The other linen will be good for trying out my own interpretations of delicate china patterns. I don't necessarily want to copy fragments directly, but they do give a good idea of the styles and colours I want to explore. Thank you very much for watching. I'm off to keep stitching with blues and golds and see what develops. While you're waiting for the next instalment, here's how I got on stitching a blackwork sampler. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see how I got on with this project. Bye for now.